we divide acceleration by time. So the intention of asking you this question was the reality of integration of technology if you will be able to understand only if you are thinking out of the box. If you are thinking, I have resources, or college is small, or campus is small, or we don't have company, we don't have this, we don't have that, then you won't be able to make an impact. And then this I have business that I can share. And then the 5 years, these are what creating impact by having a startup, by having a technology, having a patent, having a innovation. So when we see this can do understand, we don't have any reason to say that हमारे पास resources नहीं है, right? So the first aspect of integrating technology with education is in the future when you are going to work in some company or you are going to start your own startup, both ways are there. You see in the whole education system, there are only 4 parameters. There are only 4 parameters. One is skill, another is innovation, third is environment, fourth is entrepreneurship. So if you want environment or if you are intending for employability, then you should focus on skills. And if you want entrepreneurship, then you should focus on innovation. Only these 4 parameters are there that you can have your own graph or your own sketch for your career. Right? So talking about the benefit of technology and education, we need to understand if you are integrating technology now itself from the education level, the future time where you are going to work in some company or you are going to start your own startup, you will be able to, you will be able with the technological transformation, you will be able to, absorb the transformation as well as what we call digitalization, digital transformation, digitization and multiple other things. Right? So that is what the whole objective of having technology in education. Now, you see, in today's time, there are several online platforms. Right? You take an example of several platforms, take an example of Udemy courses, lot of courses are available. Now, nothing is stopping you to go log into these courses, do free courses like this. You can, if you don't have the resources, you can type in and say that I have access to resources, they will give you free access. They will give you free access. So in today's time, online learning platforms are there facing at your home, right? You can learn the courses that are giving you insights about IT, computer science, or multiple other things. Because for a tech exam or for a tech expert, क्या चाहिए computer, internet, plus intention to do something, right? These are the things required. So a lot of online platforms are there. So these online platforms should be utilized by the student. Second is virtual reality and a lot of other things. You see, nowadays there are several platforms. I don't know how many of you are aware about simulation. So simulation is a great platform where you can see a lot of simulation, and this is very good for school students. So physics, 7, 8, and 6, etc. It's just for them. So like that, several simulation platforms are there where you can utilize and you can one by one start connecting the dots that are there. Right? So virtual reality you can utilize in your university, your school, your institutes, right? How you can utilize, you can create some bots, right? You can have some virtual experience center, right? Integrating various elements to it, right? So virtual reality you can integrate it. We have a science for right? Then the artificial intelligence in education. You see, AI can play a major role in education. How it is, whatever data that is there, with respect to students' progress, with respect to students' knowledge, with respect to their academics, with respect to their expertise, all this data can be mapped, can be analyzed, and based on that, the career direction can be given to these students. Right? And believe me, by 8 or 9 standard, every student should have a clarity कि उन्हें जिंदगी में क्या करना है. They should have a purpose, ready with them what they want to do in their life. If they get a clarity or a picture of what they want to become by 8 or 9 standard, suddenly they can do well, in order to achieve what they are ready for or what they are intending for, and then and then they will choose the particular course. They will choose the particular colleges, choose the particular company also. right? So that is what is needed. So now AI, you can suddenly, if you find this in also explore how AI can be integrated in having, some sort of guidelines for your series, your interview, or your realizations or something like that. Right? Then the next thing is gamification and education. See, a lot of things can be made very interesting. You can make quizzes. Kahoot, how many of you are aware of Kahoot? The platform Kahoot? Yes, you are aware of Kahoot, right? So Kahoot can be used for having quizzes. सबके पास मोबाइल है, बच्चे के पास मोबाइल है, इसी वो अपने रिस्पॉन्सेस उसी से आराम से दे सकते हैं, उस हिसाब से विनर को आप कुछ प्राइज दे या कुछ गिफ्ट दे, है ना, कुछ चॉकलेट ले लो या whatever you want to do, right? So you can certainly do that, right? Because see, it's upon you how you want to make learning interesting. And as I told you, there is no need of thinking कि हमारे पास resources हैं. And when you have seen faculties, and ऐसे teachers को देखा है, they are using Google Form for attendance. Google Form में क्या करते हैं, एक logbook बनाते हैं, सभी students के नाम उसमें पेश करते हैं, उसके हिसाब से शेयर और एक analysis of students to give attendance. You see, without buying any platform or software or subscription, किसी से क्या करते हैं? Then ये जो भी post training करना होता है, बहुत ज़्यादा पेजेस को कॉस्टली होता है. These faculty what they have done, हर एक PDF का दिवाला बनाने के लिए they share. Lot of ways are there how you can literally utilize technology in education and can transform the things in a very much efficient, effective, precise and impactful way. Right? So gamification you can get. So Kahoot is one of the good example and surgery is there. So surgery, others can get in touch with me and if you know that. Then mobile learning. You see how many of you are there on LinkedIn? How many of you are there on LinkedIn? Yes. How many of you are opening LinkedIn daily? Yes. हम हमें इंस्टाग्राम से और क्या कहते हैं यूट्यूब से और नेटफ्लिक्स से फेसबुक से कुछ मिलेगी तभी हम कुछ कर पाएंगे ना, राइट? सी टाइम will go like anything. Time will go like anything. I guess you will go for 3 years, right? BBS and job goes for 3 साल होगा. तो when you are sitting on the placement meeting के कॉलेज तो हमने अभी just join किया था. You will suddenly get a feeling like that. And that's because time is going like anything, right? सुबह होती है, शाम होती है, उम्र की तमाम होती है, right? So you see, there are so many things that people want to do, but होता क्या है, कुछ लोग कितना डिग्री करते हैं, इतना ख्वाब देखते हैं, लेकिन उस ख्वाब को निकल बनाने के लिए ख्वाब होते नहीं हैं, तो फिर कैसे होगा? Right? How you are going to create an impact, how you are going to do the transformation, how you are going to implement the things, right? That is where you people need to actually understand what you want to do and how you can do. For that, we need to take the first step. We need to take the first step. Our first step, there is a growth is if you are identity, right? So now, if you are taking the first step, you can suddenly go for collaborative learning. Collaborative learning. Okay. For example, you might be having an idea. मैं आपको बहुत सिंपल सा एग्जांपल देता हूँ. देखिए हम many of you might be hearing about K-dramas, right? Many of you might be BDS and multiple other things. You see the Western culture. We are very fond of the kind of their tradition or their clothes, their style of wearing, all those things. हम लोग उनके education system में जो elements हैं वो क्यों नहीं adopt करते थे? वो क्यों नहीं adopt करते थे? वो किस तरह technology को ले आया है? किस तरह AI को ले आया है? किस तरह education में जो good elements हैं वो हम क्यों नहीं adopt करते थे? Right? So these are the things that we need to realize and we need to understand. Then only you will be in a position to do something interesting in life. Right? So collaborative learning. आज के ज़माने में अगर आप प्रोजेक्ट करना चाहते हैं और आपने देखा कि ये प्रोजेक्ट सिमिलर प्रोजेक्ट किसी अमेरिका में किया हुआ है, you can suddenly reach out to them and collaborative way you can suddenly do something with them, right? So this is possible. This is possible and suddenly people are doing it. Suddenly people are doing it. In 2019, just before COVID, I was invited for a joint venture in Africa with regards to electric vehicle transformation. So I have a history of working in electrical vehicle and autonomous vehicle domain. So you see, I got this invitation to the internet, and then we explore certain synergies, collaboration and other things. But you see, they like the idea of what we are doing here in India with respect to electrical vehicle, and then they reach out to us. Same time in collaborative learning, in a collaborative way, you can certainly do multiple things. Then blended learning. You see, आज के ज़माने में digital is a new normal. I'm not talking digital. Okay, where digital and physical collaboratively, doing whatever things you can teach the students online, you can do that. You can save the time, save the efforts, as well as have the recordings or share it, whatever you want. And later on, physical thing, for example, about the character building or about the communication power or whatever is needed, you can have certainly online process and do a blended learning model or do a blended learning model. Right? Now, the role of teachers is digital age. The role of teachers is digital age. तो अभी सबसे पहले जिस चीज़ की हमारे पास कमी है, ये सबके पास है, मेरे पास भी है, स्टूडेंट्स के पास भी है, फैकल्टीज के पास भी है, वो है अवेयरनेस। मैं आपको बता रहा हूँ, इंडिया में गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया का इनिशिएटिव है, आप नॉमिनेट कर सकते हैं उस इनिशिएटिव के लिए, ठीक है, राष्ट्रीय बाल पुरस्कार अवार्ड। तो आप बताइए हमारे महाराष्ट्र से हमने कितने बच्चों को कब इस तरह के दिए सलाह, कब इस तरह के दिए उनको हमने रिलीज किया, नॉमिनेट किया, राइट? सो अब ये सब चीज़ों की अवेयरनेस टीचर्स को मिलनी चाहिए, स्टूडेंट्स को मिलनी चाहिए, सबको होनी चाहिए, पेरेंट्स को मिलनी चाहिए, ठीक है? क्योंकि एक हाथ से ताली नहीं बज सकता, सबको जब पेरेंट्स डिमांड करेंगे जब टीचर्स ने कहना नहीं, बिल्कुल हमें प्रिपरेशन करके क्लास में जाना चाहिए, क्योंकि बच्चे से सवाल पूछेंगे हमसे, राइट? और जब बच्चे सवाल पूछेंगे तब टीचर्स भी इग्नाइट हो जाएंगे, राइट? तो थिंग्स विल गो हैंड इन हैंड, राइट? तो ऐसा होता है। तो what we use necessity is mother of something in the saying of this code. So we need to understand that part. So here I just want the faculties to understand the meaning of today, that is adoption of technology, and explore how you can integrate whatever resources you have in hand in terms of learning and teaching your students. Now second thing, challenges and limitations of technology education. हमको टेक्नोलॉजी पढ़ाई कर रहे हैं, इस क्या कहते हैं, इस फेक चीज़ को दिखाते हुए दिन भर हम मोबाइल को लेकर बैठे हुए हैं, पेरेंट्स देख रहे हैं क्या कर रहा है बच्चा, अच्छा ही पढ़ाई कर रहा है, बट वी आर नॉट लिटरली डूइंग व्हाट इज इंटेंडेड फॉर। तो ये एक फेक इमेज हमें नहीं बनाना है। वी नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड टाइम इज लिटरली वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। वक्त एक बार चला गया तो वापस सर्टनली नहीं आएगा। तो वी नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड कि हाउ वेल यू कैन यूटिलाइज टेक्नोलॉजी with proper control over it, because गाड़ी चलाना कमाल नहीं है। अब छोटे से बच्चे को 5 साल 6 साल के बच्चे को भी बता देंगे कि एक्सेलरेटर इस तरह से घुमाने से गाड़ी भागती है, गाड़ी आगे जाती है, तो उसको भी बिठा देंगे तो वो एक्सेलरेटर दबा देगा। गाड़ी चलाना कमाल नहीं है, गाड़ी कंट्रोल में चलाना कमाल है, ठीक है? तो टेक्नोलॉजी को एजुकेशन में इस्तेमाल करना ये तो बहुत आसान है। हम किस तरह से देख के यूट्यूब के वीडियोस देख के लोग आजकल ये बना रहे हैं, वो कर रहे हैं, ये कर रहे हैं, तो ऐसे कर सकते हैं, ठीक है? लेकिन टेक्नोलॉजी को एक प्रोडक्टिव वे में, एक इफेक्टिव वे में, एक प्रिसाइज वे में, एक एफिशिएंट वे में इस्तेमाल करना ये कमाल है, राइट? और दैट इज व्हाट एक्चुअली इंटेंडेड। सो वी नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट आर द लिमिटेशंस, व्हाट आर द चैलेंजेस, एंड डू व्हाटएवर वी कैन इन एन एफिशिएंट वे, ऑलराइट? एंड सो दीस किड्स दैट यू आर एबल टू सी ऑन माय स्क्रीन, राइट? तो ये अभी 8 या 9 साल की होगी। हर नेम इज प्रसिद्धि सिंह। You can certainly browse if you are connected to internet now. प्रसिद्धि सिंह। So उसने 6-7 साल की उम्र में अपना प्रसिद्धि सिंह फाउंडेशन स्टार्ट किया। She is on a mission to plant 1 lakh trees. चेन्नई में एक फ्लड आया था कई सालों पहले। उसके बाद she got this idea कि ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा trees plant करेंगे तो हम हमारे environment को save कर सकते हैं। She received बाल पुरस्कार award from Prime Minister. And second, this Lakshmi, her name is Hasni Lakshmi Narayan. And interesting thing is, I got to meet all these young impact makers. I have met them. I got an opportunity to interact with them. So Hasni, she is still in touch. She is doing lot of great initiatives. उसने 14 साल की उम्र में 2 books publish किए। उसने more than I guess 100+ impact makers को लिस्ट किया है और she is doing wonderful job. So प्रसिद्धि सिंह then Hasni Lakshminarayan, then Vinisha Umashankar. हर कोई क्लाइमेट की बात करता है, क्लाइमेट चेंज, COP26, COP27 जिसको पता है, COP26 जो कॉन्फ्रेंस हुआ था, COP27, राइट? सो इस कॉन्फ्रेंसेस में जो क्लाइमेट के रिलेटेड इम्पैक्ट मेकर्स रहते हैं उनको इनवाइट किया जाता है. So she was sharing the stage with world leaders as well as our honorable Prime Minister. You know, this girl, Vinisha Umashankar, right? Then ये बच्चा जो है ये हमारे पुणे से है. You see, this is from Maharashtra. Aditya Pachpande is his name. कोविड में वेजिटेबल्स को सैनिटाइज करने के लिए उसने एक इनोवेशन बनाया था, आदित्य पचपांडे. You can certainly search in Google or YouTube or certainly find more about him. Then his name is Arav. तो ये आरव जो है 12th स्टैंडर्ड में इसने एक स्टोरेज डिवाइस बनाया जो बहुत सारा डेटा आराम से छोटे से इसमें स्टोर कर सकता है, राइट? देन दिस पर्सन ये 8th क्लास में है, 8th क्लास में ये लड़का है. उसने पल्स ऑक्सीमीटर बनाया कोरोना में. उसका बहुत ज़्यादा हो रहा था तो he had some idea and he did that, right? And ये she is actually teaching her own teachers in her school about utilizing Minecraft for learning, right? So she met Microsoft founders and multiple present leadership team from Microsoft. She got an opportunity to meet and interact. So you see, these kind of things are done by these kids because they know what they can do at the present moment. So as a student, utilize your time in an effective way. Do as much as projects that you can. Participate in internships, do research projects, do fellowships, right? Write articles, papers, attend conferences, and utilize the professional networking platforms like LinkedIn or any other thing that you. I'm not endorsing LinkedIn. I'm just telling that whatever you feel that is productive and you are getting something interesting and important, certainly do that. And here is a video. Let's see if it gets played. We can certainly watch this. Yes, can you play it? It's not getting played. You try it once more. Go to the next slide and come back. Go to the next slide and come back. Yeah, come back and play. Okay. Fine. No worries. So the video was with regards to how a teamwork can lead to some productive outcome or some productive thing, right? So with this I will conclude my discussion and I will conclude my session. So and once again thanks a lot to the institute and the thanks to ma'am for and giving this opportunity, right? So with the last couplet I will end my session or discussion, right? जब आए वो ज़मीन पर किरदार निभाने, कुछ ऐसा कर चलो कि ज़माना मिसाल दे. थैंक यू.
Does anybody has any question? Your presentation has not only educated but also ignited curiosity and sparked meaningful discussions among all of us. We are deeply grateful for your dedication and commitment to advancing the frontiers of knowledge. I request Dr. Asha Rupte ma'am to present token of love from DHT Sony College to our key speaker, Mr. Ashar Ahmed Sheikh sir. due to time constraint, each research paper only 8 minutes gives presented. Mr. Suhas Govindrao Kulkarni sir is assistant professor in Principal KP Mangavedekar Institute of Management, Career Development and Research, and their research paper title is Image Enhancement by Applying Denoising Techniques on CT Scan Image to Improve the Image Quality. Please sir, start your session.
Now I request Director Vasanthi Iyer Madam to felicitate our chairperson, Mente sir, Dr. Mente sir. Sir is the chairperson for technical session. Now I request Principal Asha Ropade Madam to felicitate today's chairperson for non-technical session, Dr. Smita Mayekar Madam. Thank you, sir. Thank you, madam. Now we will move to the next session for research paper presenters. These are in offline mode.
Is image enhancement by applying denoising techniques on CT scan image to improve the image quality. Please sir.
Very good afternoon to respected chairpersons and all present audience. I am Suhas Kulkarni, taking this opportunity to present my research work on image enhancement by applying denoising techniques on CT scan images to improve the image quality. Let me briefly explain about motivation and objective. Actually, we are working on a liver segmentation image from abdominal CT scan image, and as a part of this research, in this paper our objective is to study the different techniques that are used to enhance the image quality then to study the different types of noise that may appear, and especially in medical image processing or medical images, and to study the practically the different filters and their use in image enhancement. In this our study, initially we have studied the different types of noise that may appear. The objective of this study was to find out, because we are trying to do something in medical image processing, and that toward for liver cancer detection. So in that sense, we were intended to find out that which imaging modality will be useful, and for that reason we have to study the different types of noise that may appear. So the different types of noise that may appear in different images are represented here, like uniform noise or salt and pepper noise, exponential noise, and many more. Then the popular techniques used for image enhancement we study, where we try to study the filters like median filter, Gaussian filter, Venn filter, beam filter, average filter, etc. Along with that, the working on image contrast, image rescaling, and different transformation techniques. So these are the popular techniques that are generally used for enhancing the image quality. Now talking about our actual experiment, actually in our study we are using the standard data set also, and we are using the local data set also. Generally the standard data sets are already little bit pre-processed, where image enhancement we have to do little bit less. So to improve the quality of our work, what we did intentionally, that we have collected a local data set from Solapur. We are very much thankful for Prism Medical Diagnostic Center, Solapur. From their CT scan machine, the dimensions and technical details are given. That CT scan machine with 128 slice CT scanner. We have collected data of 25 cases, you can say. And this actual local data set is not already anything like pre-processed or anything like that. So where actually we will get some challenging task to check our that work is actually useful or not. Now the algorithm used in this experiment is here, that initially we will read the original image, that is CT scan image, which is taken in JPEG format. Then convert original image to grayscale image, then add noise to image. Here especially we have added Gaussian and salt and pepper. The reason behind that, from our study it has been found that these two noises are the noises that may appear in especially the CT scan images. So we were doing study on CT scan images, so we have added this, and then we have calculated the different image quality parameters like MSE, SNR, PSNR for original image. So initially what we have done before doing our experiment, we have calculated the image quality parameters for given original image. Then we have applied the median filter, Gaussian filter, Venn filter for both masks, that is mask of 3x3 and 5x5. And then we have used some fusion also. And then we have calculated the SNR, MSE, PSNR, time elapsed, SSIM after applying each filter and compare the result. So these are few outputs where you can see the initially the original image of human abdomen, then the grayscale image, then for every 3x3 or 5x5 mask after applying the each and every filter. I understand that with naked eyes, just by looking towards these images, we cannot find out the quality of these images, and that is the reason to find out that quality parameters, we have evaluated it on different actual quality parameters. So these are few more outputs where actually we have calculated the PSNR and other values. Now this is output of our experiment. Here I would like to mention, I understand considering the majority of audience, to add their information I would like to say, actually for any image and the image quality, it is generally considered that any image with PSNR value more than 40 is considered as a good quality image, 40. If your PSNR is less than 40, then it is not considered as a good image. And SSIM, that is called as structure similarity index. So if structure similarity index tends towards as near to as 1, then it is considered that your image enhancement is done without affecting the structure of your original image. Because if you are doing the image enhancement and the structure of original image hampers, then there is no use of your image enhancement. So SSIM is also important factor, and here you will find out the initially for original images. Here for sample, just the result of 10 images is displayed. Actually we have studied 25 images. For original images you will find the maximum PSNR value we were getting is 21.85, whereas after doing our experiment and applying our algorithm, the PSNR maximum we got 46.56, and where average is above 40 comfortably. So majority images we got the average more than 40, and for SSIM you will find the all only one at one place it is 90.93. Otherwise we are around 0.97 or 0.98, where maximum we reach to 0.9951. As I said, if we reach to 1, it is like the best case that you cannot improve more than it. So this is the graph which shows how our experiment goes. Now the conclusion is the experiment is carried out as a process of, as I said, level segmentation task. It is observed that probability of salt and pepper noise is especially higher in CT scan images. The median filter and Gaussian filter are found more effective. Considering, now this point is important, that is considering the fact that standard dataset may need less requirements in image enhancement. Intentionally we have used here a local dataset in this experiment, and as I said, the PSNR value more than 40 is considered as a good quality image, and SSIM is also needed to consider, because nowadays without consideration of SSIM we cannot say the image enhancement task is completed. Very politely I would like to acknowledge that we are very much thankful for Prism Diagnostic Center Solapur for providing CT scan images. Just as a part of ethics of this work, we have not disclosed the details of any patient here. Thank you very much. Here I take an opportunity to express my sincere gratitude to my research guide, Dr. Mente sir. I also take opportunity to express my sincere gratitude towards my college principal KP Mangalwadekar Institute of Management and our director Vaidya sir. And last but not least, I would like to take an opportunity to express sincere gratitude towards Sony College also for making the platform available for us to present our work. And last, a very much big thank to all you audience for listening me patiently. Thank you.
Thank you, Suhas, for your important information about image enhancement by applying denoising technique on CT scan image to improve the image quality. Thank you, sir.
Any questions from audience? Any questions from audience?
Any questions from audience? Anyone?
In conclusion, you have mentioned that Gaussian filter you got more efficient or more reliable results.
Yes.
Anything about the number, like 90% or whatever, how much was the
No, sir. Actually, as a part of our journey, what we did initially we tried out on these things. Then later on we tried on image contrast and image rescaling also. And for actually standard data sets, we are more working on image contrast and image rescaling. For Gaussian, actually, especially for this local data set we said, and I must say around 95% Gaussian filter is been found more effective, because we use for both masks also, but that is the founding.
Alright, I was just concerned about that.
Yes, yes, thank you.
Can you tell me what is MSC and PSNR?
Sir, actually MSC is mean square error and PSNR is peak signal noise ratio. So it is actually the ratio between the noise and the frequency that appears in image, and that is used as a quality parameter to check the quality of image.
Okay. Many times you use the term called as standard database. Which
Yes,
standard database you use?
Sir, for our research work, actually we have studied 13 different standard data set initially. Out of that, right now we are using LITS 2017 data set, and along with that we are using IRCAD data set also, where IRCAD data set is comparatively smaller in size and LITS is sufficiently the bigger in size. So we are using both of them, and along with that our third local data set we are using.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
The next paper presenter is Mr. Jagannath Lakshman Singham sir. Is research scholar in D.A.V. Velankar College of Commerce, Solapur, and their research paper title is an examination of India's plastic industry's export performance. Sir, please come on the stage. Now I call upon Mr. Somshekhar Rajshekhar Anand sir. He is Associate Professor in Bharat Ratna Indira Gandhi College of Engineering, and his research paper title is Word Sense, Disambiguation and its Application. Sir, now I request you to please start the session.
And my research topic is word sense distribution and its applications. These are the outlines. The first is the introduction, second is the background, third is the WSN, that is the word sense distribution approaches. Next one, word sense distribution applications. Next one is the challenges, conclusion, and last is the references. Now first one is the NLP. What is the NLP? NLP is the same what is the natural language processing. Okay, I will explain each and everything, means each and every student will understand. Right? Okay, NLP in the sense what is the natural language processing. Natural language processing in the sense what there are so many languages in our Indian culture. The first one is the Kannada, Urdu, Telugu. what? Each and every language is in Indian culture is a natural. Means Kannada, Urdu, Telugu, everything, Tamil, Malayali, all those are called as a natural languages processing. We can interact, we can communicating with each other through the body language as well as the facial expression. But that machine is never understand our facial expressions, or we can say that the body languages. That is called as a natural language processing. Now, second thing is the ambiguity. Ambiguity in the sense what? The first, a particular word having the multiple meanings. That is called as a ambiguity. And next one is the word sense disambiguation. Word sense disambiguation in the sense, if suppose there is a context, there is a paragraph, there is a document, and that document or that paragraph having some words, those words having multiple meanings, and we have to remove those multiple meanings, and we have to fix a particular that word's meanings mean in that particular sentence. That is called as a word sense disambiguation. Okay. In short, I will explain in Hindi. Is there are बहुत से ऐसे sentences रहते हैं जिसमें उसकी दुविधा, there are some different types of meanings. Okay, that is called as a word sense disambiguation. Now next is the, for example, bank. I just went from the bank. I just went from the bank in the sense what? That bank having multiple meanings. The first one, bank, is a financial institution bank. The second one is a river bank. Third one is a fish bank. Fourth one is the blood bank. Okay, so this is called as a ambiguity, and we have to remove this ambiguity. Depends on some co-occurrences words which are placed at the previous, or we can say that is the next sentence. That is called as a word cluster. Now there are some sense ambiguities are there. The first one is the multiple meaning. That multiple meanings is a single word having the multiple meanings. That is called as a multi meaning. Now second is the context dependent. Context dependent is the meaning of an ambiguous word depends on the context in which it is used. It is called as a context depending. The third one is the polysemy versus homonymy. Polysemy in the sense what? There are related meanings are there. Related meaning. And second is the homonymy. Homonymy in the sense that is called as the unrelated meanings. Unrelated meaning in the sense what? For example, bat. Okay, bat is considered, may be considered as a sport bat, or second one is a mammal. That is called as a bat. That is called as a homonymy. And second is the polysemy in the sense what? That is a bank. That bank word having double meanings. Sorry, two meanings. That is called as, first is a financial institute, or second one is the fish bank or blood bank. Now next one is the NLP and WCD. That is the natural language processing and word sense disambiguation. In this NLP, WCD is one of the applications, and using this application we can remove the disambiguity. And we have to use some techniques like machine learning as well as deep learning techniques. In this machine learning technique, we have to use some libraries like NumPy, Pandas, or we can say the scikit, etc. And using this deep learning technique, we have to use the Keras, TensorFlow as well as Keno. Now, these are the some WCD approaches, that is the word sense disambiguation approaches. The first one is the dictionary and the knowledge based. Dictionary and knowledge based in the sense what? We have Oxford University, we have chose this dictionary, and that dictionary having some specific words and its respective pause. That is a part of speech, noun, adverb, pronoun, adverb, etc. And depends on these all part of speech, we have to use a particular word into a particular sentence. So this is called as a dictionary as well as a knowledge base. Second one is the knowledge base. Knowledge base is what? We have to maintain the lexical database. That lexical database is a wordnet. That lexical database is called as a wordnet. For example, there is a crane. The crane is what? So this is called as a context of the construction, or we can say related to the heavy machine. This crane having two meanings in our dictionary, or we can say it is the wordnet. That wordnet about the wordnet contains around 1,50,000 syntaxes are there. or we can say that the synonyms are there. Okay. Now next one is the dictionary and the knowledge base algorithms are the first one is algorithm, second is the selection preference, third is the semantic heuristic method, and last one is the heuristic Walker's algorithm. Next is supervisor WSD. This supervisor, that is the supervision. Okay. When the teacher is teaching to the student, at that time that student is supervising each and everything, and he is getting the knowledge, and he has to write the paper in his answer board. That is called as a supervised learning. Okay. In the supervised WSD, we have to train the model. And we have to assign those words who are already labeled in our data set or in the data storage. That is called as a supervisor. And these are the algorithms. First one is the navigation, second is the support vector machine, neural network, decision trees, decision list, and Adabus and etc. based. Next one is the unsupervised method. In this unsupervised method, in supervised method, just we have to use labeled data or label telling the data set. But in unsupervised method, we have to use unlabeled data set. Now, what is the difference between the first one is the dictionary and knowledge base, second one is the supervised, and third one is unsupervised. In the dictionary database or knowledge base database, when our mobile data is off, at that time we have to see or we have to visualize already stored videos. That is called as a dictionary or knowledge base. Second is the supervised. Supervised is what in the early morning session, Mr. Bagre explained that supervised method in another way. When we already, which one that example? Reels. Okay. Up to more than 4 seconds when we are visualizing or watching that particular video, then obviously it can store in its database. The same thing we have to use in supervised approach. Okay. In this supervised approach, we have to label. Means so many times when you are visualizing or watching that particular video, the next time related that the videos appear on the screen, that is called as a supervised, and this is unsupervised. Unsupervised is what? Next time, whatever the new word is assigned to the data set or database or Google search engine, in that way it will appear related videos. That is called as a unsupervised methods. And these are some algorithms we have to use this unsupervised method. That is called as the context clustering. Second is the word clustering. Third one is the co-occurrence graphs. Now this is the semi-supervised approach. This is the combination of the supervised as well as unsupervised. Now these are the WSD applications. That is the word search disambiguation application. The first one is the machine translation. Machine translation, this is what when we don't know about what is the meaning of a particular sentence or that particular word, at that time we have to use the Google translator. Right? Marathi to English, English to Hindi, Hindi to Telugu, Telugu to Tamil, etc. So this is called as a machine translation. Now second is the information retrieval. Information retrieval is what? Just I have to search some tutorials like C, Java or ASP.NET or Python, etc. When we just put C in your that input box of the Google search engine, at that time related to the C language only things are appear on the screen. Okay, so this is called as a information retrieval. Next is the sentiment analysis. There are actually 3 sentiments. The first one is the positive, second one is the negative, and third one is the neutral. That is called the sentiment analysis. What are the examples of sentiment analysis? The first one, I love you. The second one, I give you. Third one is I hate you, etc. In this, all congratulations or there are some emoticons are there, like smiley. Okay, all those things are called as a sentiment analysis. And we have to think about whether that particular sentence or that particular context is a positive, neutral, or third one is a negative. Now next is the question answering. Where is the Solapur is located? Where is the Siddheshwar temple? Okay, that Google search engine is searching in its database and it will give the answer. that is called as a question answering system. Now third is the speech recognition. Speech recognition, that is just we have to speak through our cell phone. Okay, and it will obviously display in the English language or Marathi language, that is called as a speech recognition. Next is the text summarization. If suppose I have a particular essay and I have to assign to the Google, at that time he is just analysis that all the text and gives summary of that particular text. And last one is the cross-lingual information retrieval. Now these are the challenges. First one is polysemy, second is the homonymy, context variability, data sparity, and word sense granularity. Now first is the polysemy. This is the one of the challenge, because that polysemy in the sense of a single meaning having the multiple, single word having multiple meanings. For example, there is a bank. Bank is a financial institute or a blood bank or fish bank or river bank. Now second is the homonymy. This homonymy is an unrelated meaning. For example, that is a bat. Bat is the flying mammal, or second one is our cricket bat. Next is the context variability. This context variability, word senses can change based on the different context. Next is the data sparity, and this data sparity is one of the challenge in WSD, because for example, hospital. Okay, hospital, this is all whose hospital? It's a children's hospital or adult hospital or any other. So this is called as a data sparity, and last one is the word granularity. Now this is the conclusion. W is plays an important role in natural language processing by addressing the inherent ambiguity of language, and this technology is essential for enhancing language understanding, improving the accuracy of NLP applications, and facilitating the more effective human-computer interaction. And throughout this discussion, the significance of the WSD in NLP is explored. The challenges posed by the word sense ambiguity, such as the polysemy, and second is the homonymy. It is the example that various applications where accurate WSD is critical, from machine translation to sentiment analysis. And these are the references. I take the data. Thank you. Any questions?
Any questions from audience?
Yeah, I have a suggestion. Okay, not particularly a question. So, are you aware about TDIL? IL. So, it's called Technology Development for Indian Languages. Alright, and there is an initiative under Digital India called Bhashini. Okay, Digital India Bhashini. It's AI application with respect to translation and languages, specifically built for Indian scenario and Indian languages. You can certainly see and explore synergies in collaboration. Thank you.
Okay, can you explain what is LESK?
It is a REST algorithm. The full form of LESK is the REST who is the inventor for this dictionary and knowledge-based machine or system or approach. LESK is the name of the inventor.
Okay, one more is that which language you are using for implementation of this?
English language. English language.
English language.
Which is taken the syntax from the word name.
No, I am talking about computer language.
Computer language.
Which computer?
Python language.
Python is. Good.
Thanks.
Now I would like to call Mr. Bapu Chinde sir. He is an assistant professor at
R.S. Sir. The title of my today's presentation is a comprehensive study of different types of noise and noise removal methods for enhancement of ancient inscription images. So these are the outlines: introduction, types of noise in ancient inscription images, noise removal techniques, experimental result, conclusion and references. So ancient inscriptions are found in across India, but we are studying only Marathi inscription images. So ancient inscriptions are critical artifacts for understanding the historical and cultural evolution of societies in India. So there is need to enhance visual quality of inscription. For that we have studied different filters for the enhancement. So however their quality is degraded due to different types of noise like age, environmental conditions and degradation. So this paper investigate the impact of different types of noises for the enhancement of inscription images. So by analyzing and categorizing different noise patterns, we have studied different filter for removing noise which is occurred during the acquisition in inscription images. So furthermore, we have measured the quality of enhancement by using several factors such as PSNR, MSC, SNR, like that. So we have shown here sample inscription images which is captured by digital camera and from Madeshwari Temple, Mada, in Solapur district. So there are few noises are available in inscription images. So as ancient inscription image may have various types of noise due to factors such as degradation over time, environmental conditions and method of preservation. Here are some common noise, that is cracks and physical damage, light reflection, Gaussian noise, salt and pepper noise, then speckle noise and stain noise. These are the common noises are available in inscription images. So one of the common noise is Gaussian noise. This noise is random variation in pixel intensity that appears in fine grainy pattern across the image. It results from a factor like sensor limitation during image acquisition, digitization process, degradation of medium, etc. Second type of noise is salt and pepper noise. So this noise contains salt means white and pepper means dark or black pixel in images. So this noise may be caused by errors during the image acquisition, transmission or storage. Next type of noise is speckle noise. This noise may be created due to the different factors. For example, waves, light waves, sound waves, etc. during the acquisition process. Next type of noise is textured noise. So textured noise can be acquired due to the or change some physical properties of inscription medium surface which was recorded. And next type of noise is stain. So again it is one of the natural type of noise available in inscription image. Next, compression artifacts. Again during the transmission of inscription this noise may be created. Next, cracks and physical damage. So it is one of the environmental noise available on surface of the stone or other material. Next one is light reflection. So these types of noise may be created due to the different reflections of light or the capturing photo of inscription image. After that, we need to apply noise removal technique to remove noise from inscription image. So noise removal in ancient inscription images is crucial to enhance their legibility and preserve their historical significance. So here we have listed some filtering based enhancement technique. For example, median filter, Gaussian filtering and NL based filtering. So median filter is effective for removing salt and pepper noise which is acquired during the acquisition of historical images. Gaussian noise. So this Gaussian filtering is useful to remove Gaussian noise which can be result from factor like digitization process or image degradation. Next type of noise is adaptive noise. So this noise may be this filter is useful to remove some noise like or it is useful to adaptive median filter or adaptive Gaussian filter to remove such types of noise. And And last one is non-local means of denoising. So this is most effective filter or denoising technique for our research. So here are sample images. First image contain Gaussian noise, second salt and pepper noise, third one is speckle noise, and last one is Poisson noise. Now we have applied a similar filter, that is Gaussian filter for image 1, and for median filter for image 2, and linear filter for image 3, and NL filter for image 4, and we got more accuracy for NL filter for this research. So here are some quality matrices useful for enhancing the quality of images. First one is PSNR. Already Suhas Kulkarni sir said PSNR or high PSNR value indicate better result. Same SNR, that is signal noise ratio, and we got highest average value for NL filter, that is 34.79, and for SNR, that is 15.15 for Gaussian filter. Conclusion: through the comprehensive analysis of different types of noises and noise removal algorithm, this research underscored the importance of addressing noise challenges in ancient inscription images. Again, there is need to preserve inscription images. We use some filter-based technique, and this research article highlight the challenges posed by different types of noises and different types of noise removal techniques. And finally, we conclude that NL filter gives more accurate result for enhancing the inscription images. These are some references. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I would like to thank you, sir. Does anybody has any question? Thank you, sir.
मुलांनी सगळे चेअर्स व्यवस्थित लावून घ्या. सरळ रांगेत पटकन लवकर फास्ट. चेअर एका रांगेत दिसायला पाहिजे. इकडचे सगळे सेंटर लाईन्स.
We have assembled here for the valedictory function of our international conference 23-24 Paradigm Shift in Technology in last decade. We have a chief guest, Honorable Mr. Yatin Shahji, Chairman and MD, Precision Camshaft Limited, Solapur. Shri Giridharji Putra, Vice President, MBPM Pune. CA Sachinji Pattat, Event Director and Member, DHB Sony College. Dr. Vasanti Iyer, Director in charge, DHB Sony College. Dr. Asha Ramde, Principal, DHB Sony College, Solapur. We also have with us Shri Yogesh Jibiani, Chairman of SR Chandak English Medium School. Shri Vishnukanji Mandhania, Member of SR Chandak English Medium School. Thank you so much. I now request Mahajan Ma'am to introduce our Honorable Chief Guest, Mr. Yatinji Shah.
A very good evening to one and all. I am Sharayu Mahajan on behalf of the DHB Sony College. Heartily welcome to you all for today's grand event, International Conference 2023-24 on Paradigm Shift in Technology in last decade. It's my distinct pleasure and privilege to introduce our today's honorable chief guest, Mr. Yatin Subhash Shah sir, for valedictory function of International Conference 2023-24 on Paradigm Shift in Technology in last decade. Sir is a chairman and managing director of Precision Group, a Solapur-based multinational company. Sir holds honors degree in communication and master's degree in business administration at Mumbai and Pune universities. Sir is leading a group of over 2,000 employees from last 20 plus years in Solapur. Sir has been the strategist and mind behind the vision called Precision. Sir has successfully built an organization with expertise in engineering, quality and quantity assurance, R&D and processes that have today set a global benchmarks. Sir has been instrumental in the foray of PCL into new markets across Russia, Europe, India, Southeast Asia and USA, over 40 domestic and international customers. Sir has been actively involved in setting up world-class facilities and the most available in automobile. Some of them are General Motors, Ford, BMW, Porsche, along with Tata Motors, Hyundai and Maruti. Sir is leading the organization towards 1,000 crore vision and leading the expansion portfolio for the organization. Sir has a drive and passion which took the Precision Camshaft company from local to global. PCL, Precision Camshaft Limited, acquired 3 companies, Menco, MFT and EMOS. PCL unveiled its first electric retrofitted mid-size passenger bus driven on roads in India. Sir has been awarded by distinguished organizations such as Rotary Centennial Excellence Award, Excellence Award by Sakal, Sharad Puraskar by Sharad Pratishthan, Best Solapurkar Award by Sakal, Bharat Ratna JRD Tata Udyog Ratna Award, Srimati Sadhana Tai and Baba Amte Puraskar by Samhalay, nominated as Brand Ambassador of Solapur City for females. Such an ambitious, innovative, visionary, dedicated and energetic personality today we have with us as the chief guest for the valedictory function for International Conference 2023-24 on Paradigm Shift in Technology. We all are proud of you, sir. A hearty welcome, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. We also have with us Jitendraji Rathi, SR Chandak Director. We felicitate our guest. I request CA Sachinji Pattat, Event Director and Member of DHB Sony College, to felicitate our Honorable Chief Guest, Mr. Yatinji Shah. Thank you, sir, for accepting our respect and affection. I now request Mahajan ma'am to introduce our chairperson of paper presentation session, Dr. Rajiv Kumar Mente, Head of Department of Computer Applications, School of Computational Science, Solapur University, Solapur.
A very good evening to one and all, and a hearty welcome to this grand event of International Conference 2023-24 on Paradigm Shift in Technology in Last Decade. I am Sharayu Mahajan. On behalf of DHB Soni College, welcome you all. It's my great pleasure and privilege to introduce our today's chairperson, Dr. Rajiv Kumar Shivashankar Mente. Sir is in charge HOD of Computer Applications, School of Computational Sciences, Pundeshwar Ahilya Devi Holkar, Solapur University, Solapur. Sir has pursued PhD in Computer Science and SET qualified from Pune University. He has accomplished many orientation courses such as Swayam, MOOC, IIT Kharagpur, IST, STTP, Moodle, LaTeX, Linux, PHP, MySQL, and many more. Sir is specialized in areas like digital image processing and data structure, DBMS, Java, .NET, UML, and many more. 5 students for PhD are registered under Mente sir. Sir has published 2 books, more than 40 research papers in national and international journals and conference proceedings. Sir has completed 77 citation, 9 H index and 3 I-10 index. Sir is invited to deliver lectures on various dais which include national, international levels. Sir is editorial board member of many proceedings, conference and research cells such as ITM-GOI, Gwalior, MP. Sir is a chairman of many university committees such as BOS for BCA, BSc, ECS, MSc, MCA, BBA. Sir is a Senate member of Solapur University. Besides this, academic and professional achievements, Sir takes the social responsibility also. Sir has donated blood 40 times in various blood donation camps. Such a great overwhelming personality we have today with us as the chairperson for the International Conference 2023-24 on Paradigm Shift in Technology in Last Decade for technical session. A hearty welcome, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. I now request Dr. Vasanthi Iyer, Director in Charge, to please felicitate Dr. Rajiv Kumar sir Mente sir. Thank you, ma'am. I now request Mahajan ma'am again to introduce our chairperson of paper presentation session, Dr. Smita Mayekar, Associate Professor, HOD, English Department of HN College of Commerce, Solapur.
Once again, a good evening to one and all. It's my honor and great pleasure to introduce our chairperson, Dr. Smita Milinda Mayekar, for valedictory function of International Conference 2023-24 on Paradigm Shift in Technology in Last Decade for non-technical session. Madam has completed PhD in English from Shivaji University, Kolhapur, Bachelor and Master's degree from Pune and Shivaji University, Kolhapur. Madam is also SET qualified. Madam has a long 25 plus years academic and administrative experience at UG and PG level. Madam is a chairperson BOS of Language and Communication Skills at Hirachan Nemchan Autonomous College, Solapur, and member of BOS at Pundeshwar Ahilya Devi Holkar, Solapur University, Solapur. Madam has a lot experience as coordinator, IQAC, workshop and webinar convener, coordinator and many more. Madam has published 20 research papers in national, international conferences, chapters published in books. On variety of topics, Madam has published research papers. Few names are Study of Gender Stereotype, Reading Tool to Improve the state level Vikas Varta Puraskar by Maharashtra government. Such a great and versatile personality today we have with us as the chairperson for today's International Conference 2023-24 on Paradigm Shifting Technology for Non-Technical Session. Welcome, Madam.
Thank you, ma'am. I now request Dr. Asha Ropde, Principal of DHB Soni College, to please felicitate ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. I now request Dr. Suraj Ratanji Dood, inviting member, to please felicitate Shri Giridharji Putra, Vice President, MVPM, Pune. I now request Dr. Vasanthi Iyer, Director in Charge, DHB Soni College, to felicitate Shri Yogesh G. Biyani, Chairman, SR Chanda, English Medium School. Thank you, ma'am. I now request Dr. Ropde, Asha Ropde, Principal of DHB Soni College, to please felicitate Shri Vishnukanji Mandania, member of SR Chanda English Medium School. I now request CA Sachinji Bhattad to please felicitate Shri Jitendraji Rathi, Director of SR Chanda English Medium School. Thank you, sir. I now request Dr. Vasanthi Iyer, Director in Charge, to please introduce our college to the guest.
A very good evening to one and all. Respected dais, students, faculty from various colleges. DHB Soni College is associated with our parent body, Maheshwari Vidya Pracharak Mandal, Pune. We have a local body which is well qualified and looks after the getting B grade. And sir, I am proud to say that under Sholapur University, under professional and self-finance course, we are the first one to undertake NAAC accreditation. This year, again under expansion, we have started with 3 courses. One is certificate course in office automation, certificate courses in advanced Excel, certificate courses in spoken English. Now this is the need of the hour for the senior college, which will again enhance their employability skill. Now, again sir, we have started a trend in junior college with the concept of integrated teaching, where we teach the regular 12th standard Maharashtra board portion plus the CBSE board in case any students wishes to go in for NEET or the exam. And similarly in commerce, we teach the 12th commerce syllabus as well as the CA foundation courses which any student wishes to undertake. Again sir, I am proud to state that till date we are in a position to have at least more than 50 students who have qualified the CA foundation exams who were with us, and out of that 4 students have successfully completed their CA. Similarly for IIT and NEET, IIT we have 5 students who have qualified from this college, and NEET for medical we have about 15 students who have qualified, out of which 1 student has secured seat in the prestigious AIIMS Delhi, and another 2 of them have secured in the best colleges in Mumbai. When we look at the academics in the senior college, we have till date 3 meritorious students who have secured first in the merit list, 4th in the merit list and 5th in the merit list in both BCA and BCS courses. Again, we are not behind in sports. In sports also, we are doing extremely well. Our junior college students have represented the district level. In senior college, they have represented our college in state, and they have represented at the university level, which works out to be that they go in for national level sports. So both in individual sports as well as team. At the same time, the infrastructure that we are giving to the students is the state of art. When we talk about the classroom, it is an amphitheater classroom. Every classroom is fitted with LCD, smart boards. Smart board in every class is been fitted with the internet connection, so you can browse and have an interaction with the students. We have the latest computers that is required for the senior college. Whenever there is any upgradation in the syllabus, the first thing we do is we get all these things in place. Last week, we took the latest in computers that is required for our students. We also have the whole campus is under CCTV coverage, so I feel that every student is secured in our campus. Placements in senior college, most of the students are placed in the multinationals. They also have 1 or 2 of them have startups of their own. So we had one ex-student or alumni from our college who had presented in the morning. Most of the students again opt for higher education. They go in for MCAs. Again, Mende sir is there to tell, most of them come down to the university level, and those who really get good colleges in Pune move back to Pune. I am again proud to say that those students who have done BCA, BCS in our college, till in the last 6 to 7 years, almost about 15 students have moved out of the country for higher education. Our college has 2 activities that we call, it is under the social obligation. One is the blood donation drive that we have every year. On our college foundation day, we have taken this as an activity for the last 16 years. We have blood donation drive. So this year we were in a position to collect 101 bottles. It is either donated by our students, their friends or their relatives. Another activity is Sony Talent Exam. When these students came to us in 11th and 12th standard exams, we could make out that very few people are in a position to understand what is competitive exams like IIT or NEET. When they had come here, that was the first time when they had seen an OMR sheet the way it looks like. So we decided to go into the rural areas, especially the whole of Solapur district. We are in a position to reach out the whole Solapur district. We conduct this exam annually. It is for standard 8, 9th and 10th standard. We give them cash prizes. The number of students last time who participated were more than 2,500, and this activity we did during our pandemic, and it was online, and we could reach the whole of Maharashtra. These are the two activities which we have taken it as a social responsibilities. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Respected sir, today we had a very interesting session on paradigm shift in technology 23-24. In last decade, the resource persons have contributed tremendously and in varied fields. I am confident that this session was very fruitful for our students. This session was followed by paper presentations of research articles on from researchers, scholars and students. The session was chaired by Dr. Rajiv Kumar Mehndi and Dr. Smita Mahekar. I now call upon Dr. Rajiv Kumar Mehndi sir to give his chairperson's remark. Please sir.
Very good afternoon to one and all the dignitaries on the dais and all the participants. Actually, I am very much thankful, first of all, to the college or the organizing committee, members of this particular college, of this international conference, for inviting me as the session chair for the paper presentation. Just I will give the brief of the paper presentation for the papers presented by the students or the participants. 3 papers were presented in the technical session. The first paper was presented by Mr. Suhas Kulkarni. The paper title is Image Enhancement by Applying Denoising Techniques on CT scan image to improve the image quality. And in this particular presentation, he has given the objective of his research. Then he told that what are the various types of noise available in the medical images, and also he has suggested some noise removal techniques for removing the noise available in these particular images. Second paper was presented by Mr. B.D. Chenge, and his paper title was A Comprehensive Study of Noise Types and Effective Noise Removal Techniques for Enhancement of Ancient Inscription Images. He has also suggested what are the types of noise available in these images. Also, he has suggested some of the noise removal techniques to remove these noise. And the third paper presented, that was the last paper, by Mr. Somsekhar Anand. His title of paper is Word Sense Disambiguation and its Application. In his presentation, he has started from what is NLP or what is the meaning of word sense disambiguation, how to remove the multiple meaning of word. He explained the various terms related with the WSD, that is word sense disambiguation. All these 3 participants were presented the paper very nicely, and at the end, I am very much thankful once again to the college organization for inviting me as the session chair. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. I now request Dr. Smita Mahekar to give a chairperson's remark. Please, ma'am.
Good evening, dignitaries on the dais, management members of Sony College, academicians, students, participants and research scholars present here at this particular conference. At the outset, I would like to congratulate Sony College, members of the management, the principal, convener and staff and team of Sony College for organizing this particular international conference on a topic which is very much in vogue when it comes to use of technology by all the stakeholders of the education process and the society. The title of this particular conference, though very short, it talks about, refers to the fundamental change in the way technology is understood, developed and applied rather. And basically when we reviewed the research papers which we received for this particular conference, the response is tremendous. We had in all 35 research articles for this particular conference, some of which were presented, many of them were ready to present them online and few of them presented it offline. The technical papers were presented. In the non-technical session, we have articles which are focused on the impact of paradigm shift in technology on youth, which is quite substantial. It has influenced, we have articles written on the influence of technology on various aspects of life, from education and choice of career to social interaction and medical and mental health also. So congratulations to all the paper presenters and also those who have written the papers for the conference. The papers could be divided into the research category of theoretical research, which does not involve just collection of data, but the paper focuses on development of the theories and modules and frameworks. Some papers were dealt with applied research with aims to address practical problems and challenges. I cannot basically give the details of every paper. We have a publication which we can go through it. We have some papers based on fundamental of pure research, where in the curiosity related to technology has been elaborated. Action research papers are also included, and review research papers where we have qualitative research and quantitative research. So overall I can say that the papers are excellent, and we would definitely like to review, all of you to review them, read them, and definitely brood upon the different aspects of how technology has changed in the last decade. Okay, so congratulations to all, and thank you Sony College, thank you convener for giving me the opportunity to share this session and review the research. Thank you.
Really, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. I now request the chief guest of valedictory function to please do the honor by distributing the certificates for representative students. Shraddha Brief Pathak, BCS 3rd year. Sachin Chaudhary, BCS 3rd year. Mandar Kulkarni, BCA 3rd year. Neha Kulkarni, BCA 3rd year. In the true sense, Yatin Shah sir is an epitome of paradigm shift in technology, the theme of our international conference. I now request our Honorable Chief Guest, Yatin Ji Shah sir, Chairman and MD Precision Camshaft Limited, Solapur, to address our students.
Members of the college industry body, distinguished guests, students, participants, a very good afternoon to all of you. It is indeed a privilege and pleasure to be here at this conference today, and I'd like to thank the committee and the organizers of this event for inviting me to chair this event today. I'm sure the day today has been extremely engaging and rewarding for all of you. You heard a galaxy of speakers today, elite galaxy of speakers, whose discussions, presentations must have left you intellectually stimulated and rewarded. So I'm sure you had a very wonderful day listening to various presentations from your colleagues or from elite speakers. I was interested or rather intrigued by the theme of this event, paradigm shift in technology. I'd like to share my thoughts on this. It is indeed a subject that we all are learning to live with, whether we like it or not. Let me start with the word paradigm itself. I mean, what is the meaning of paradigm? We talk about paradigm so indiscriminately that really we don't have the understanding of the word paradigm sometimes. So paradigm generally refers to an accepted model or a pattern that represents a particular concept, idea, or system. So I don't know how to express this better. Paradigms can be found in various fields, including science, philosophy, social sciences, linguistics, and they serve a way to establish common understanding and approach to a particular topic. That's what a paradigm is. So today I stand before you to discuss, or rather deliberate, a topic that has reshaped the very fabric of our existence, which is paradigm shift in technology. Over the course of human history, we have witnessed numerous revolutions that have fundamentally changed the way we work, interact, and think. However, the current era of rapid technological advancements stands out as one of the most transformative eras, yet revolutionizing every aspect of our life. The paradigm shift is a profound change in the underlying assumptions, beliefs, and methodologies of a particular field. So, I'll come back to a very simple example a little later after I've explained the thought that I had in mind. We are experiencing an unprecedented transition from analog to digital, from manual to automated, and from the traditional to the innovative. This shift is just not an evolution. To me, it's a revolution in many ways. Think about the way we communicate. And this doesn't apply to you people, at least after the third row, maybe second row. Those who are sitting behind it, this doesn't apply to you. Think about the way we used to communicate. A few decades, communication was limited to geographical borders and the constraints of physical distance. Today we are interconnected globally in the ways our ancestors would never have thought we would have done it today. the rise of internet, social media platforms, has created a borderless world, enabling instant communication and collaboration irrespective of where we live. Now, industries too have been profoundly impacted. Automation and artificial intelligence are revolutionizing manufacturing, healthcare, finance, and everything else. Complex tasks which once upon a time looked very error-prone are now executed with remarkable precision and efficiency. Okay, this shift has led to new possibilities such as precision medicine, self-driving cars, smart cities that promise improved quality of life. Now I have my own way of thinking on whether it's really improved quality of life or whether this has deteriorated the quality of life. It's a little debatable issue and I have my views on that. Education, another cornerstone of the society, is undergoing a paradigm shift as well. Traditional classrooms are no longer the only centers of learning. Online education and e-learning platforms have democratized knowledge, making it accessible to people around the world. The shift challenges the conventional norms of education and calls for a re-evaluation of teaching methods and learning outcomes. So, when you talk about a paradigm shift, so I'll try and give you a very simple example. To most of us sitting here, at least not after the third row, the way we communicated in the past, the way we handle things, it's all gone. It's history. None of you actually even know it ever existed. So if I were to tell you what a floppy drive is, you would say, what a floppy drive? What is a CD? What is a tape recorder? Or what is a phone dialing? So these are paradigm shifts. Today what you're experiencing is not a paradigm shift. It's not a paradigm shift. Today what you're experiencing is actually an improvement in technology. So paradigm shift is when you stop. For instance, when you stop using the dial phone and went on to the mobiles that you have today, that's a paradigm shift. Making an improvement in technology is not a paradigm shift. So one era has to stop before it introduces the new technology. But having said what paradigm shift is, what paradigm is, you students at least, particularly you students, must understand the challenges that come along with the paradigm shift in technology. That's extremely important to understand. Now you may, when I'm explaining the challenges, you may think, this is not my concern. I'm not concerned with this. This is for a generation to handle, not for me. But be careful when you say so, because there are so many implications. For instance, what are the challenges to paradigm shift in technology? First, resistance to change. Any organization which introduces a shift in technology, there is a huge resistance to change. Because there is a fear of unknown, the cost of implementation, or concerns of job displacement. Convincing stakeholders to embrace change can be a significant challenge. I'm experiencing this as in when we work in our business. Security concerns. New technologies can introduce vulnerabilities and security risks that need to be addressed. Cybersecurity becomes a critical concern as hackers adopt to exploiting emerging technologies. Privacy issues. I mean, you hear of all of this on your when you're doing your phones. Privacy, this, that, and the other, hacking. How much of this is, when you say paradigm shift, is this acceptable? Is this a challenge that we're not going to accept? So, privacy issues. As technology advances, the collection and sharing of personal data becomes more relevant. You know that very well. Protecting individuals' privacy while harnessing the benefits of new technologies is a constant challenge. Regulatory hurdles. Now you are in the industry, we go through a lot of shift in technology. We constantly emerge with new technology, we constantly change. Now, does the government body do that in the same pace? I don't think that happens. So the government body, does the government bodies keep adapting to the changes that the industry adopts? No. Economic disruption. Technological shifts can cause can disrupt existing industries and business models, leading to job displacement and economic instability. This is the question they're asking, okay? When I finish this points on challenges, I'll tell you personal experiences which actually address these challenges. Environmental impacts. Some technological advancements may have unintended environmental consequences. Let's say, like use of more electricity, disposal of waste, electronic, balancing innovation with the sustainability is challenged. Ethical dilemmas. Advances in technology can raise ethical questions about their use. Issues like ethics of AI, autonomous vehicles, and biotechnology require careful consideration. I can go on and on. Access and inclusivity, data management, reliability and dependence, long-term sustainability. There are so many challenges that shift in technology can pose. Are we going to address them? So the paradigm shift in technology that we are currently experiencing is reshaping our world at an unprecedented pace. It's altering how we think, communicate, work, or even perceive reality. As responsible stewards, now you're the responsible steward because you're going to bring things generation forward. As responsible stewards of this transformative era, we must harness the power of technology to uplift humanity, bridge gaps, and create a more inclusive and equitable future. Let us embrace this shift with open minds, collaborate across disciplines, and pave the way for a world where technology truly serves the forces for good. I really don't know. To me, this is not going to happen. You may think I'm negative, but I don't think it's going to happen. The new technology will isolate. There will be a generation that will be left behind, which is not going to embrace this change, which is not going to adapt to this change. There is going to be a lot of turmoil. There is going to be a lot of difficulties. How we face this is going to be a challenge. So addressing these challenges requires collaboration among governments, business, academia, and society at large. It also involves continuous monitoring, adaptation, and ethical considerations to ensure that technological advancements benefit humanity while minimizing potential negative impact. Now, coming to my experience, I've given you a little bit of theory and a little bit of explanations on definitions of paradigm and paradigm shifts. We as a company have experienced a paradigm shift in the true sense as precision camshafts and at a very close range. But the shift that I see today has not happened with us. Let me give you an example. Internal combustion engines, as you see these cars outside, diesel run, petrol run, whatever it is. These cars or these automobiles or these engines have been running the way they are for the last 100 years without a change. 100 years there has been an internal combustion engine. So internal combustion engines has been something that we've all accepted. 5 generations or 8 generations before you, they have been accepted. Imagine 100 years there has been no change. And all of a sudden in the last 2 years, there has been such a huge shift to electric vehicles that suddenly this is now a paradigm shift. So internal combustion engines probably phasing out to electric vehicles coming in. Now do you understand the paradigm shift? This is the paradigm shift. There are 8 generations behind me who do not understand the electric vehicle. They just understand internal combustion engines. They don't understand diesel engines and petrol engines. What about them who are now going to experience electric vehicles? You may. There are others who will not be able to. So, we have seen this shift, and as I said, in the last 3 decades that I have run the company, I have not seen this shift. This shift has been very unsettling, but we cannot rest by saying that we are unsettled. We have to take the challenge. So PCL has taken the challenge to remain in this new environment and emerge successful. How are we going to do it? Now when I said internal combustion engines are probably going to see, I wouldn't say an end, but they will start declining, if I may say so, but I don't know who and when. People predict, people have speculations, but nobody has a crystal ball to say this is the end of internal combustion, this is where the electric vehicles. See, again, there are two things. So internal combustion engines to electric vehicles has been a paradigm shift. Electric vehicles came in the last 3 years. Funny part about that is that before this technology became stable and mature, it is already going out. People are now talking about hydrogen run vehicles, alternate fuels. So what happens to the EV? What happens to the electric vehicles that are going to be running? So it's something that is constantly in a turbulent stage. To me, obsolescence, as in the past, was very little. Obsolescence, as in, you understand the word obsolescence. Obsolescence is what is there today is not going to be there tomorrow. Tape recorders, phones, floppy disks, this, that. So obsolescence in 4 generations behind was at a much slower pace. Today, obsolescence is taking place at a breakneck speed. You don't understand when a product is going to become obsolete. New technologies are becoming history in a short span of time. Relevance of time does not seem to apply to technology shifts. So, it is sometimes frightening to see the pace at which technology is moving and offering choices to people. I think all of us say the new technology seems to offer choices. I personally feel that people are now spoiled for choices. Less is more is not how it is. You know, everybody says less is more. Don't do too much, show less. Less is more is not how it is. Unfortunately, these technological shifts, not paradigm, technological shifts that we see today, are going to make our lives more complex and taxing and not simple. Trust me. Look at the way I can hold you or your students' attention. If you ask me 10 years ago, if I were to address an audience like this, I could probably hold an audience attention for about half an hour. Today, in the 11th minute, you want to look at your phone. You're disengaged from anybody of us. It's not you to blame, it's just the choices that you have in front of you. Today, that is becoming so stark, it's becoming so obvious that the span of attention is limited. You talk about saying, I can do anything and everything sitting at home and on my phone. Do you want to do that? My question to you is, do you want to do that? I mean, a lot of people sitting here did not know, or at least here in the first few rows, did not know what GPay was, what PayPal was, or what anything of this. And today, you do not know anything beyond that, as you are the students. How banking used to take place earlier. What are checkbooks? You wouldn't even know what a checkbook is. So this shift is making you sit at home today. It's making you look at your laptop or your phone and say, that's my world. Now the choice is yours, whether you want to make that as your world or whether you want to step out. Nobody's forcing you. My question is, I personally am a very strong believer and advocate that change is the only constant. There is nothing beyond that. One thing is for certain, you don't change, you are out. There is no way that you will stay around. You will get stagnated, you will get out. What remains to be seen or questioned is how many of us can actually accept, adapt and change. Change is constant, but how many of us are going to do that? How many of us are going to do that? My question here is, let's take a senior generation. You guys today talk at ChatGPT as if it was that you were born with it. That generation does not know what ChatGPT is. Yeah? So you talk about AI, he says, what is AI? Now at your home, you will have this conversation with your family and you will say these words and they will say, what are these words? Then it's the point when you answer, is this my problem or I don't care about it? You got to take a thought. Somewhere you got to understand that you're responsible also. What your experience, what your earlier generation is experiencing from you, you will experience one day from a generation younger than yours. 100%. So be careful about one thing. None of us sitting here can stop change. Change is going to happen whether you like it or not. And at a pace that you cannot dictate, not can I say that it should be happening at. Okay, today we've also, I'm sure you've also heard a lot of papers about what things are happening. I mean, I've seen some technical papers, etc. You know, you often hear about success stories in this startup world. This guy did this, he became a millionaire, he became a millionaire, he did this, he raised so much money, he did that, and so on and so forth. We are experienced. Bear in mind only one figure. Out of one success story, there are 1,000 failures that you and me don't see. You and me don't see those 1,000 failures. Now you have to be mindful of that these 1,000 failures are what we should be seeing. Don't look at that one success story. Everybody can't become Facebook. Everybody can't become WhatsApp. Everybody can't become Paytm. These guys have struggled hard. You can also struggle hard, but also be willing to face the risk of failure. You cannot say that everything is going to be successful. So, I may have sounded negative today, but I wanted to give you the reality check on paradigm shift in technology. It's nice to say everything is changing, but comes along with the consequences that you and me need to accept and understand. You cannot say this is not my concern. You have to understand this is part of your concern also. Now, having said all of this, I will end my talk with 2 quotes. I think those are extremely good. It is not the strongest of the species that survives, nor the most intelligent that survives. So it's not the strong who survives, not the intelligent who survives. The one that who survives is the one who is most adaptable to change. Who said this? I'll tell you who said this. You might find it funny. This was said by Charles Darwin, the guy who wrote Evolution of Mankind, Ape to Man. Now he said this in his quote that predates the digital age. It applies to the technological paradigm shifts even today. The second one is more important. The next major explosion is going to be when genetics and computers come together. Bear in mind, this is coming. Genetics and computers will come together. I'm talking about an organic computer, about biological substances that can function like a semiconductor. This is said by Albert Hoffman. He is a futuristic writer. So we know what's there. So when I say to my staff and my team, you know, the writing on the wall is very clear. Where what's happening? Now you might choose that I don't want to look at this and I walk away. But this writing on the wall is not going to walk away. Look at Sholapur. I'll now end with this. Sholapur. We used to have 60,000 or 70,000 workers working in textile mills, handlooms. What happened? Technological shift, paradigm, out, finished. Today, this market has gone elsewhere. How do you compete? So these are things that we need to look at by saying, it's nice to see all this happening in front of our eyes. One is, can I accept these changes? Can I be flexible enough to say that I'll be a part of the new ecosystem? Or do I say, I don't care anybody, but I will be a part of the ecosystem? So, ladies and gentlemen and students, I've left behind with you certain thoughts for you to think of. I want you to just probably think and say, where am I today? What am I doing? What's my future? And what am I responsible for behind? If you say, I am responsible for the future and I don't care what happens to the past, that's a choice that you made there. And as I said, none here can dictate that choice excepting you. Thank you so much.
Your passion for change really came through in your words, and we are all grateful for the knowledge and inspiration you shared with us. Once again, thank you, sir. I now call upon Dr. Asha Rokde, Principal of DHB Soni College, to propose the vote of thanks.
Just now, sir was telling about the paradigm shift in automobiles from IC engines to electric vehicles. Our one of resource key speaker, Mr. Ashar Ahmad Sheikh, has authored a book titled Electric Vehicles Engineering Fundamentals. Sir wants to present this book to our today's chief guest, Mr. Yatinji Shah sir. Sir, please.
Ma'am, please, vote of thanks.
Good evening, one and all. On behalf of the DHB Soni College, it is my proud and privilege to propose the vote of thanks on the occasion of multidisciplinary international conference on paradigm shift in technology in last decade. At the outset, I thank our chief guest, Honorable Mr. Yatinji Shah sir, Chairman and Managing Director, Decisions Country Limited, Solapur, to spare time from his busiest schedule to grace this valedictory function. I would like to express my appreciation to our chief guest, whose presence has added an extra spark to this conference and made it even more special. I thank CA Sachinji Bhattar sir, event director, member, and for their support to organize this event successfully. I also special thanks to Yogesh Ji Biani, Chairman, Vishnukant Ji Mandaniya, member, and Dr. Jitendra Ji Rathi, SR Chandak English Medium School, Solapur. I also thank to Suraj Ratanji Doot sir, inviting member of DHB Soni College, Solapur. Special thanks to Om Prakash Ji Somani, Managing Director, MBPM Pune. I am very much thankful to Dr. Smita Ji Mayekar, Associate Professor, Head Department of English, HN College of Commerce, Solapur, and Dr. Raju Kumar Mente sir, Head Department of Computer Applications, School of Computational Science, Pundaslok Ahilyadevi Holkar, Solapur University, Solapur, for having consented to be chairperson at the oral presentation at the international conference. I express my heartfelt thanks to all the principals from accepting our invitation and gracing both the sessions. I am also thankful to our director, Dr. Vasanthi Iyer, for taking painstaking efforts for his first multidisciplinary international conference. I thank all the committee members, event coordinators, technicians, colleagues, and non-teaching staff and media persons. Without their support, the event would not have been possible. Before the conclude, I extend my thanks to all the wonderful audience for their patience listening. Last but not least, I would like to thank all those who helped us to make this international conference a grand success. Thank you. Once again, thank you all of you.
Thank you, ma'am. With this due permission of the dais, I declare that the session is over.